We are going to look at 4 of the industrialists.
Students cannot learn something unless they pay meaningful attention to it.
Some of the things that they've done. Some of the positive and some of the negative.
The use of mini whiteboards are a really effective way to get all students thinking. So if you compare a mini whiteboard strategy to instead something like show me a thumbs up if you agree, a mini whiteboard forces students to think about the idea, and I don't mean that in a negative sense. You need to be able to make it so that a student cannot think about anything other than what you're asking them to think about.
And you're going to decide, are they a captain of industry or are they a robber baron? Students came in, they got their whiteboards, dry erase markers, and erasers. I went over the objective, went over what we were going to accomplish during class. If you decide that they're a little captain of industry and a little robber baron, you've got to give me some percentages. And then we got into talking about the industrialists. So Andrew Carnegie, a little background on him. He gained most of his wealth through investments in the railroad and telegraph. And then they were able to put in where they thought that these men would fall. And then that was where we used the whiteboards as a space where they could answer. If it's one or the other, you can just write RB or CI. But if you think it's split, maybe he's a little bit of both, give me a percentage. Giving time, like the 60 to 90 seconds, so everyone can think. Everyone can put down their answer, knowing that they needed to have a reason to support their answer. All right, boards up in 3, 2, and 1. I think giving everybody voice, giving everybody space, and also making it low stakes. It doesn't leave anyone in the dust.
Seems like he didn't treat his workers right, but he also invested a lot and did charity.
And that gives our students that are ready to have these higher level discussions space to do so.
He also stated that he wasn't making railroads for the gain of the public, it was for his own gain of money.
But it also allows the students that may be taking more time to get there or maybe having trouble grasping a concept, that still allows them to effectively participate, not just check out while other people do the work. Lots of captain of industries.
It also holds with it a level of accountability, because you're saying what you're thinking and writing is something that you are then going to make public within the room. We're here to show what we know, and that's part of the way that we hold ourselves accountable for our thoughts.
Fantastic. All right, guys, put your stuff away and have a great day.